Well, folks, here's a video when the Shizzy hits the Fizzy. We're here in Middle Tennessee, northern part of Middle Tennessee. We've been without electricity for, getting close to 30 hours. As you can see out here, I had to get into my alternative cooking appliances. See the old Winterwell stove over here. I got a percolator with coffee getting ready to kick off there, doing that for in the morning. Tonight I'm gonna cook up some hamburgers and french fries. This is a butterfly oven. That's gonna go on top of that Winterwell stove tonight. And that'll cook up the french fries. And we got to spend out there in that storm shelter, we got to spend almost a good 8 hours out there. It was pretty brutal with the wind. We had up to, it got up to 80 miles an hour a couple times, and then it dropped back down to the 40s. We'd go back up to the 60s, 70s, back and forth. But it was just hours and hours and hours of it. Our biggest deal was we had some turkeys out in the shed, and we'll walk out there. These little guys here, we had them out here in that little working shed there with a light on them. They're real temperature sensitive. Of course, we lost electricity. Ended up having to bring these boys and girls inside the house, which I don't like doing because it doesn't take but a couple hours, and a turkey is, they will really mess up whatever you got them in as far as, going to the bathroom and that type of stuff. But anyway, we brought them in last night, put a light on them, run that light, and we ran the house off of a generator. And they come out pretty good. My generator, it kicked off this morning about 6 o'clock, so I let it cool down before I could get fuel in it. And but we're gonna bring them back in the house tonight. I don't think we're gonna have electricity out this way for a while. I took a drive today, and there's trees and lines down everywhere. I'm gonna walk out here real quick to the storm shelter. I know I've done another video on this storm shelter, but a couple things to keep in mind when you're in this storm shelter. Lightning, man, it sounds like it's hitting the storm shelter itself, even though it's not hitting the storm shelter, but man, is it loud in here. But minus all our gear that we had out here, this is what we dealt with yesterday. Like I say, for between 6 and 8 hours. I know my wife stayed out here a little bit longer than I did. But again, man, this is sure nice to have in your yard. Any type of shelter is nice when you got tornadoes. Tornadoes blaring out over the weather radio. We didn't have any here, and I'm not even aware of any that we had, at least in this part of Tennessee. But we lucked out. As far as damage, the biggest thing I had, I'm an amateur radio operator, and I've got what you call a hex beam directional antenna. And I had that on a pole, and it's been out here, it's been up in the air now for probably, I think, 2 years. My son come up here, and he helped me get it up. And I had this thing tied off. You have to excuse the generator. I'm gonna walk way past where I've got it at. But we got it up, never had a problem with it. And this is what the wind did to it. It literally bent the pipe. We'll walk around here and I'll show you what the pipe looks like. You see that red strap there? I had 3 of them on there. One of them actually broke. I haven't looked at this one down here laying on the ground. I don't know what it looks like, but anyway, it didn't work. And you can see here, we'll go down here and look at this pipe. You can see where that pipe, it's an aluminum pipe. But yeah, that wind just completely blew this antenna over. So that's gonna be a chore to get up. And the winds, that's pretty much the direction they came out of. And you can see it did some damage to our heating and AC unit. I ain't even gonna mess with that yet. But other than that, now it's just maintaining life. Like I say, I took a drive today. There's trees down everywhere, wires are down everywhere, and actually CMEC, which is our electric company, They said it may be, and that moon, you can see that, that sure is pretty. They say we could be out for days, so. Yeah, we're going back to the 1800s, 1865. That's the way we're going to have to do it out here if we don't get the electricity back. Ain't no big deal. Just a walk in the park. We'll see you later. Well, I thought I'd share a few things with you while I'm out here waiting for the sun to go on down so I can get the chickens put up for the evening. Got the stove, she's getting that oven warmed up over there. Ain't gonna be long. There's gonna be some French fries in there, and then we're gonna be cooking some nice burgers over there on the live grill. But we did get an update from the electric company, and supposedly in our area there's over 70 poles that are down across the county. We still got 3 roads that are closed. Actually, right over top that hill up there, that's where our electricity comes down through. But just a couple things that, boy, it sure makes life a whole lot easier when you have to go through something like that. I can tell you right now, headlamps and flashlights can be your best friend. I had a headlamp on last night all the way up till I got on the couch, and that was probably about, I guess, 3:30. I finally laid down, and I think I went off for a couple hours before I got back up again. But stuff like that is just critical. Oil lamps and extra oil that can provide you enough light to at least go, in the rooms in your house, go use the bathroom and that type stuff. Makes life a whole lot easier when you're going through this. My guardian angel wanted to get in the picture there. That's old Peanut. He's a great Pyrenees. I call her my guardian angel because she's by my side all the time. Another thing that can help you out is glow sticks. Now, I got glow sticks in every room of the house. Put them in the bathroom. That'll light it up for 8 hours, at least enough for you to use the bathroom, get cleaned up with cold water. I'm not stinky enough yet to have to use some hot water and get cleaned up, but I'm getting there. And I tell you, none of this is fun. My wife goes to a Facebook page that's our area around here, or, our little, I call it a little town, and people are furious and raising Cain about the electric company and, how they're not working fast enough. Well, I'll tell you, the time to worry about not having electricity isn't when electricity is out. All these things I've cured over the years, and my 28 years in the military, I tell you, I'll be right up front with you. I've gone a many a time, days and weeks without electricity. You got to prepare for things like that. And I tell you, the easier you make it on yourself before something happens, by trying to get prepared and having things ready to go, when the need arises, you're gonna do a whole lot better. Now, it's just me and my wife here, and we got our 3 dogs and chickens and goats and pigs, and the list goes on, turkeys. And I'll tell you, my wife made a comment to me earlier. She said, you just live for this stuff, don't you? I'm like, honey, it's like honey on a biscuit. I'll tell you, let me tell you, let me give the bit out there, a piece of advice. My wife's birthday was last week, and I bought one of them portable camp toilets to put out there in that storm shelter. And man, I thought, man, that's a really good idea. She's gonna love this, right? And of course, I got her a couple other things, and don't you know it, the couple other things that I bought her, they showed up like 3 days late. I'm like, doggone, the only thing I got to give her is a doggone camp toilet. There's something else too. Oh, I had her a weather radio. Let me tell you something. That toilet went over like a lead turd. She was mad for 2 days. I was so happy when the UPS truck showed up and bought what I really got her for her birthday. But just a piece of advice, as you prepare, men, don't buy your woman a doggone toilet for her birthday. All right, I'm getting ready to get cooking here just as soon as I get these chickens put up. Like I say, we're gonna do fries and burgers tonight. And that's gonna chill out here on the porch, out here by the with the winter well stove. Just enjoy the quiet quiet sounds of the night. We've been, like I say, well over 24 hours tonight or 24 hours without electricity. So, like I say, people are really getting upset, raising Cain. I told my wife, I don't know why in the hell are they on Facebook complaining about something? Why don't they get up off the damn computer or their phone, whatever the heck it is they're using, and why don't they try to make their predicament a little bit better? But you know, world's full of sheep. We're gonna be ready here tonight. Got the rifle sitting out here on the front porch. I'm looking way down there at my gate there, and something else. They're really expensive, but if you can afford some type of night vision, man, I tell you what, you'll own the night. I got a set of PVS 14 white phosphorus. In the military, we used I've used PVS 14s, and they were green phosphorus. Man, that white phosphorus, it makes a heck of a difference. It's a whole lot less strain on your eyes. Just little tidbits. I've been keeping notes, and anything comes up, well, then I'll get back on here. Maybe I'll just do a wrap up. While I'm living back here in 1865. Like I say, it ain't nothing but honey on biscuit. We'll see you a bit later.